Good afternoon, YouTube. So I just weeded my garden and harvested some onions and stuff. I haven't shown this off yet, but it looked horrible, or there was weeds everywhere. It was overrun. But in 30 minutes, I got it all done. So here's the onions that they're not very big. You see, they're not that big at all. Something came in my garden right here where I had them laid out and started laying in the onion patch, and they basically did this number to all the stalks. So they didn't seem to be growing anymore or growing any new stalks, so I just decided to pull them. Nevertheless, I mean, I've never grown onions before, so not bad, I guess. Here's my corn. Well, it looks like I zoomed in on accident. There we go. There's my corn. Getting pretty. This is about 3 weeks of growth right here from seed. And right here where my onions were, I just put in some new radish seeds, the white icicle radishes. My basil has gone to seed quite quickly, but I can just cut it off and it'll start throwing outside shoots, I'm sure. Here's my strawberries. Let's see if there's any in there. There's a few. There's a couple more. Anyways, the birds were getting to them, and so I made these. And this thing right here will flap around in the wind, and it'll knock up against this thing right here and cling and clang, and the birds don't like it, and they don't like the fluttering, and they don't like the shiny, so I put them all over, and I got some more strawberries right here. But yeah, so look at them go. So, alright, so cabbage, I had 4 in there. They weren't doing very well, so I cut the other ones out, and then I got a bad bout with caterpillars, so I sprayed around with some Spectracide. Oh, Spectracide, it's not organic, oh my god. Well, this is America. You probably inhale more stuff that's bad for you on a daily basis than eating the vegetables, so I use Spectracide. Here's my Brandywines. I only have one. Only one. The Brandywines are not doing very well. They're great growth, no tomatoes. Here's Brandywines also. These haven't even thrown off any buds yet, at all. Don't know why. So, back to the corn, past the radishes. Over here we have purple, or maybe it's like, I don't remember what they are. Let me see. Purple Beauty Sweet Peppers. Yeah, so I already pulled a few of these. There's one right there, and there's another one. And I already pulled like 7 off of these plants already. They're growing extremely slow. Those are cantaloupes. I think that's more cantaloupe. Nope. Those are watermelons. These are cantaloupes. That's a watermelon. And these right here are butternut squash. These are my Sweet Million, and they're doing really, really well. So there's a cluster, and there's a cluster, and there's a cluster, clusters. Yeah, these are putting off really well. I've gotten almost no blossom drop, but I've been doing like Reaganite said, and spraying some apple juice on the buds to get them to set, or the flowers. But these are doing the best out of everything in the garden. Sweet Million, and I only got 2 of them, but I'm going to get a bunch more next year. Here is another Brandywine that's put off nothing. Right here I had some peas, and I thought that they were pulled peas, or not peas, but beans, and they turned out to be bushes, and they were really small. I got a handful, and then I took them out, and now I've got, just put some seeds for cucumbers in. I made a furrow right through the center of the trellis, and then here's a cucumber that I bought, and it's doing really well. Oh, I almost fell over. But so I got a cucumber going there and a bunch of flowers, and here's a cucumber right here. So I'm not an expert on cucumbers, but I didn't do anything to it, it just grew. There's another one here, it's stunted pretty good, but anyways, here's the tomato patch. Let me back out. Oh, that's zooming in there, back out. It's huge. I found a snake in there yesterday, it scared the crap out of me. So there's a lot of tomatoes in here. Why is this zooming in? Okay, here we go, I'm fighting with my phone. Tomatoes, lots of tomatoes in here. There's a tomato right there. Let's see here. Here's one right here. That right there is supposed to be a cherry tomato. Look how big it is. Of course, when I did this plot, let me back up. That point over there was supposed to be all I had for the garden. And so I put like 15 bags of compost in it, and I put one container of Oscomote, and then I put down some slow release fertilizer, and then like 3 bags of topsoil, and tilled the snot out of it. This right here has a bunch of leaf mulch in it, 5 bags of this little square, 5 bags of compost in it, and 10 bags of topsoil. And then this part right here has 3 bags of compost, 15 bags of topsoil, and blood meal. No, I put the blood meal over there, and I put more Oscomote over here, but I put blood meal and Oscomote over there, and then I put Oscomote over here. I ran out of blood meal. So yeah, so I think that corner back there with the tomatoes is doing the best because I put so much into it. So there's my little compost bin. Everything goes in there. I have a worm bin too. A little vermicompost. Here's some more strawberries, and ever since I put those things up, no more bird bites. This thing is coming out perfect. Birds can't touch it, and they don't want to. Let's see what else. There's another one in there. I don't know if you can see it. Anyways, so I don't have any problems with birds anymore. They sit up there in the trees and they watch. Let's see what else. I got pear tomatoes over here, yellow pear tomatoes. And this yellow pear tomato is doing just as good as the Sweet Million. There's some cherry tomatoes over there. And every single cluster has taken. And they're everywhere. And I think I'm going to get some more of those. So I think next year it's going to be yellow pears and Sweet Millions and the cherry, the bush variety cherry. Here's my purple basil. Did pretty good, went to seed real quick, but I think I'll cut those tops off and just drop them and see if they come up. This is my spicy globe basil. It went to flower very quickly, but I wonder if I trim it, if it'll keep growing. I think I'll take some scissors to it and see what it does. Some more purple basil, and then this funky basil came up somewhere. Where is it? It's right here. It's a basil plant. See that? It is a basil plant. I tore off a leaf and put it in my mouth and chewed it up, and it's basil, but it came in the same pot as the green sweet basil. Really weird. Actually, I think that's cinnamon basil. All the same, it's all basil. But anyways, it was really weird. I thought it was a weed, and then I tried it. It was pretty tasty. So, that's the entire garden. It looked like welcome to the jungle when I got back from the exercise, and I hoed it up. And I used this awesome new little hoe. Where is it? Right here. This thing right here. Apparently it's called a hula hoe. And you just go back and forth like this with a little pressure, and it cuts the stem from the root. And then when they get turned over, they just dry out on the top of the soil. And it took me 30 minutes to do this entire thing, including getting in between all the corn stalks. I mean, it was a little touchy, but I didn't kill any corn, and all the weeds are gone. So That's my viewing chair where I sit and enjoy. And no more strawberries for the birds. Anyway, so if you guys got any tips or anything for birds, or just want to leave a comment, feel free. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.